Good morning, everyone. The retired guy again on Main Street Sanity, a retiree's take. I think today we're going to talk a little bit about. I watched Jeffries the other day and his rant, his typical rant uh, about how they must take back the power and must break the MAGA, as he calls far right extreme. MAGA must break it, must break them. He goes, beat them, then break them. Now, after listening to a bigot lawmaker, and Jeffries is a racist, yes, he is. So what he's saying is he basically has to destroy, lack of a better term, if I think of a better one, I'll say it. Almost 78 million people that voted for the president of the United States. It's not that he's going to come out with policies that people say, hey, I like your policies. Yeah, I agree with that. No, it's he must destroy and break us. That's his goal. Not to govern, to destroy. Take power and destroy. That's exactly what he's saying. And that's exactly what all of the Socialist Party is saying. He must destroy conservatives, win back the power, and destroy conservatives. That's all they're saying. You don't hear any policies out of their mouths, nothing like that. It's all they bring up it's racism, uh, Nazism, fascism. Everything they say that they um, basically charge us with, that's them. Sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit here. I'm trying to just get the right. There's a word in there I just can't think of. But yeah, everything that they're blaming us for, if you look at it, it's them. That's who they are. They are the fascists. They are the socialists. They are almost like the Nazi Party. Because there's no policies. It's, I have to have power and I have to destroy you. And that's their only goal. There's nothing more. And that's all of them, except for the only Democrat left in Washington, John Fetterman, the voice of reason. The rest of them, as the president said, are crazy, hateful, murderous, crazy. You didn't hear any of them denounce those three morons outside the courthouse for that murderer Mangione. You know, one can only hope, and this is really sad to say, I mean, very sad to say, that those three girls have a torturous life. That's the only thing I can say, because they are so warped. But look at what they're listening to with Chuck Schumer, Adam Schiff, Rashida Taliban, all of those. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. So, and but they're all the same. As I said before, that they can't denounce hate like that because they hate. Their hate is so strong. Their hate is for not for not just for the president, but for almost 78 million people. They hate Americans that don't bow down to everything that they want. And that's exactly what it is. They don't try to, win you over by policy or by good ideas because they have none. They've offered none, none whatsoever. Well, the things they have offered: men and women's sports, DEI, big government, higher taxes, less freedom, um, and basically class warfare. They have an idea there should be two social classes in America: those who have the power and those who don't. And those who don't, we will supply you with everything we think you need and how much you need. And we'll give it to you when we think you need it. Socialism and communism, that's exactly what this is. We have make no bones about it. That's what Jeffries and all those people stand for. Look at that guy out in was it Maine? The Nazi communist who's running for the Senate. And I'm sorry, don't even play the I got PTSD card. No. He doesn't get that. Not whatsoever. And I don't care if he was in the Marines. He wasn't a faithful Marine if he's a communist. And this is one veteran pulling out another one. So, all you people like Pocahontas Warren, like I said, Rashida Taliban, Oh Man, I Married My Brother Omar, Chuck Shammer, all you, shame on you if you sit there and say you keep supporting him. Like I said, he doesn't get to play the PTSD card. He's an anti-American, and I will never say he was a faithful Marine. I rate him just as low as I rate Kelly. And I'm embarrassed to say that he was in my Navy. He's an embarrassment not only to the Navy, but to me, the human race. So, just going back, is the left, the Socialist Party, they've said it. All they want is power. They have to have power. And once they get power, we will no longer have a Supreme Court. They will be gone. We will no longer have an electoral college. It will be gone. They will make it so we'll have one party and that is it. It'll be the Socialist Party, and they will run the country how they want to run the country. And those who disagree with them will be labeled as terrorists. So 78 million people of us will basically be labeled terrorists. Now let's look back in history. When you are disenfranchising half of a country and labeling them as terrorists, treating them as terrorists, what usually is the outcome? You have to think back in history. What is usually the outcome? Civil war. And I think that's where Jeffries and the likes of him, Shammer, Rashida Taliban, Shiftless, Pelosi, Bloomin' Idiot, Van Nutless, Ocasio Crazy, Oh Man, I Married My Brother, Omar. That's where they're heading us. If they continue to get into power, or if they get into power, that's where we're heading. And is that maybe far-fetched and extreme? It could be. It could be. But you have to look back at history. We've already had one civil war. Do we really want another one? No. The founding fathers were pretty smart in how they set up the United States of America. And for 250 years, holy cow, actually ran pretty good. So what happened? Why is it now so bad? Why? Because President Donald Trump was elected. And he is for America first. And that's his only goal. He puts America first. You can't say that about Jeffries, Adam Schiffless, Shammer, Chuck Schumer, any of those. They have no desire to put America first. They put their power struggle first and everybody else first but Americans. They've already proven it. They treat illegal aliens better than they do Americans, US citizens. So, no, I'm sorry for this one. I know it was a rant. I ranted a lot on this one. But hopefully I just pointed out a few things. I know in my rants I just try to point out some things. And I hope I just pointed out that people like Jeffries is a racist. He's trying to invoke racism where there is none, because that's all he has. They have no policies whatsoever, none. They haven't come out with any. All they come out with is we must break the conservatives. We must take back the power, and we must break them. He said that. He wants to break 78 million people. And I say break is in destroy. So we'll just kind of leave it at that. That's, like I said, that's enough for my rants today. Any questions? Email me, retiredguys@myyahoo.com. Hopefully you'll take something from this. If you do, kind of pass it on, please. Like I say, I always kind of throw my thoughts out there. And just trying to, like I said, give some ideas and a thought process. So until the next time, everybody, have a good day.